Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service reported on Wednesday that global ocean surface temperatures reached record highs in June. According to UPI, daily global sea surface temperatures peaked at 21 degrees Celsius, surpassing previous records from 2023 and 2024. Copernicus scientists described this warming as unprecedented for regions outside the poles, attributing it to a combination of human-induced climate change and the early stages of a strong El Niño cycle. Experts warn that these extreme temperatures could lead to more frequent marine heat waves, potentially disrupting weather patterns and harming marine ecosystems globally. Carlo Buontempo, the service's director, noted that the data suggests the planet is entering uncharted territory, with the likelihood that further temperature records will be broken in the coming months. The report emphasizes that oceans absorb over 90% of excess heat from human activity, and the World Meteorological Organization has previously highlighted that the energy imbalance in the Earth's system is causing oceans, land, and air to reach dangerous record-breaking temperatures. The U.S. Supreme Court has issued a 6-3 decision rejecting an attempt by President Donald Trump to limit birthright citizenship. The court ruled to maintain the long-standing right to American citizenship for nearly everyone born on U.S. soil, upholding the 14th Amendment's Citizenship Clause. The ruling blocks an executive order signed by President Trump during his second term that sought to deny automatic citizenship to children born to parents in the United States illegally or on temporary visas. Chief Justice John Roberts, writing for the majority, emphasized that children born in the U.S. are subject to the nation's jurisdiction. This decision represents a significant legal defeat for the administration's restrictive immigration agenda, which has faced multiple challenges in recent months. Following the verdict, President Trump expressed his disappointment on social media and called on Congress to pursue legislative action to end birthright citizenship. According to JG Press, this judgment reaffirms the fundamental constitutional guarantee of citizenship for those born within the United States. In a significant 6-3 decision delivered on the final day of its term, the U.S. Supreme Court has overturned federal limits on coordinated campaign spending between political parties and their candidates. The conservative majority based the ruling on First Amendment free speech protections, effectively reversing a 2001 precedent that had upheld such restrictions. The case stems from a 2022 Republican-led lawsuit, which included Vice President J.D. Vance as a plaintiff. Under the previous Federal Election Campaign Act of 1971, coordinated spending was subject to caps based on state population sizes to prevent corruption. According to Al Jazeera, this ruling arrives as the Republican Party, which holds a substantial financial advantage, prepares for the upcoming November midterm elections. The decision is expected to alter campaign finance dynamics significantly, potentially allowing for greater direct involvement by political parties in their candidates' efforts, while 3 liberal justices dissented from the majority opinion. According to a report from Aina Zobal, the United States signed an agreement on Wednesday to construct a new permanent embassy compound in Jerusalem. This follows the 2017 decision by the Trump administration to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital and relocate the diplomatic mission from Tel Aviv. Since that time, U.S. diplomatic services in the city have been distributed across multiple locations. U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, stated at the signing ceremony that this facility will serve as the core base for American diplomatic activities in Israel, further cementing the U.S. recognition of Jerusalem as the eternal capital of the Jewish people. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar remarked that the project renders the original relocation decision more profound and enduring. The agreement comes amid ongoing regional tensions and follows recent collaborative military operations between the U.S. and Israel regarding Iran. The development marks a significant step in the bilateral relationship, which officials from both nations have described as an unbreakable alliance. According to UBI, the twin earthquakes that struck Venezuela on June 24th have significantly exacerbated the nation's existing humanitarian crisis. International organizations, including the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, report a rapid deterioration in living conditions across the affected states of La Guaira, Aragua, and Carabobo. The disasters have led to the collapse of critical infrastructure, severe food insecurity, and a desperate lack of clean water and safe shelter for nearly 16,000 displaced families. The World Food Program has launched an emergency appeal for $50 million to provide vital assistance. Official reports confirm nearly 2,000 deaths and 10,000 injuries, but UN officials warn that the actual toll may be much higher. Given the extensive structural damage to nearly 59,000 buildings, the healthcare system, already strained before the tremors, faces further pressure as hospitals struggle with damage and the threat of disease outbreaks. Furthermore, the UN estimates that 50,000 people remain missing, and hundreds of thousands of children require urgent support, with many families separated amidst the ongoing chaos. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.